Bonjour, Year 11. So, I was hoping that in this quicker session, we could focus on a couple of things. Possessive adjectives, adjectives in general, and then pronouns. Bonjour, Year 9 and 10, aussi. But, avant de faire ça, before doing that, I want to just talk very quickly about determiners, as in le, work, le, la, and les. All of these three things mean the. This is masculine, that is feminine, and les is plural. And it could be plural masculine or feminine. Le, la, les. Really important that you pronounce them properly. And for a, it's un, une. Again, make sure that you differentiate in your pronunciation between them. And yeah, the plural for un and une is probably des. And as we know, des means some. So very important that you pronounce them correctly. Le, la, les, un, une, des. Make sure that when you're learning nouns, new words, but nouns obviously in particular, you learn the gender of the noun as well. And remember that a lot of the time, the gender of the noun is more to do with the spelling and not necessarily the object. Just like une maison is a house, and there's nothing kind of like particularly feminine about a house, but the spelling, even though to many people it would look masculine, it's in fact feminine. And in a dictionary you would see NF, which means feminine noun. And therefore you know that if you want to say the house, it would be la maison, and a house, une maison. Equally, if you see NM in a dictionary, that's a masculine noun, like the word for bridge, which is pont. So a bridge is un pont, and the bridge is le pont. Now this is really important when we get onto possessive adjectives because, well, possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. Right. Now, as you know, there are three ways of saying my. There is mon, ma, and me. Masculine, feminine, and that me has got an S on, apologies, and plural. So, if you wanted to say my bridge, as you would, because bridge is le pont, it's a masculine singular noun, you would say mon pont. If you wanted to say my house, because house is feminine, you would say ma maison. Equally, if you wanted to make any of those nouns plural, you would say, let's say my houses, you would say mes maisons. And you'd add that silent S onto the end. So my is really easy in French. Your is quite easy as well. Remember the first your is the informal version. So you've got ton, just like mon, ta, and te. So, quick example. Let's go to, if you wanted to say your bridge, it would be ton pont. That rhymes. Ta maison, your house. Your pens, tes stylos. Voila. Right. I'm going to leave his, her, and it for a second. Our is really easy as well because it's notre, no. So that's really easy because there is no differentiation in the use of our with gender. So notre pont is our bridge, and we would use the same notre for a feminine noun like maison. But if we wanted to say our bridges or our houses, that would be nos ponts or nos maisons. Okay. Your. Now this your is the one which is formal and also the one that you'd use for if you were addressing kind of like more than one person, a group of people. That works the same way as notre, and it's votre, votre, vos. And then this one, this their, T-H-E-I-R, is leur, leur, leur. So, mon, ma, mes, ton, ta, tes, notre, notre, nos, votre, votre, vos, leur, leur, leur. Silent S. Remember, you very, very, very rarely pronounce an S on the end of a word in French. Just to give you an example, so leur maison, their house, their houses would be leur maison. Sounds exactly the same, doesn't it? Notre, notre, nos, votre, votre, vos, leur maison. So let's go back to his, her, it. Now this is the only misleading one, the only tricky one, because his, her, it is son, sa, c'est. Okay? Son, sa, c'est. And it's all about the gender of the word that you're describing. So for instance, his bridge is son pont. That also means her bridge, because as I've just said, it's about the noun. It's not about this. This can mean his or her, because the temptation, and logically you would think that her bridge, because it's feminine, would be sa pont. That is absolutely wrong. It's son pont every single time. His house or her house would be sa maison. Again, just to remind you, it's about the gender of the noun that you're describing. So sa maison could be his house, and equally it could be her house. And you would know whether it was his or her just by the context, wouldn't you? And finally, the plural, ses ponts, silent S, ses maisons. His or her bridges, his or her houses. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's possessive adjectives, and for you to reach those higher grades at GCSE, it's important for you to know them. Mon, ma, mes, ton, ta, tes, son, sa, c'est. Where's that? Notre, notre, nos, votre, votre, vos, leur, leur, leur. Yeah, you don't pronounce that S. So, that's possessive adjectives and kind of the gender of nouns sorted. Next, I'd like to move on to adjectives in general. Now remember, there are 3 or 4 rules with adjectives, and I'm going to put them on the screen. So you've got rule number 1. Adjectives are describing words, and they describe nouns. Charlie Brown est amusant. Les gamins seront travailleurs. La gare était dangereuse. Très bien. That was rule number 1. Rule number 2. Adjectives must agree with or match the noun they are describing. Le bébé amusant, la jolie femme, et les bons ingrédients. And remember when I said, I think I've said to each and every one of you, adjectives agree in gender and quantity with the noun. Gender being masculine and feminine, and quantity being singular and plural. Now, actually, if I go back to that one, yeah, you can see grand, masculine singular, nothing on the end. It's like factory default settings, the masculine singular. Feminine, grande, you add an E. Plural, masculine plural, grand with the S. feminine plural, grande, with the es. And often, when you add an e onto the end of the adjective, you actually pronounce the preceding letter. So grand becomes grande, and grand sounds the same as that because s is silent. Becomes grande. Facile. Easy. Right, rule number 3, 1 second.